Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology horoscope for Monday, June 24th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, welcome back from a powerful weekend for the trigger points that are happening here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as we have a huge lineup of new energy coming in. This is us getting ready for this new fate. We have a huge grand trine forming right now with the sun. The best, whenever you have the sun involved in a grand trine, when the sun harmoniously aspects three planets perfectly in this beautiful triangle, and we are talking at the exact degrees pretty much here, these are the days of really high vibration. And it's stepping into high vibration in your soul, and it's stepping into feeling. We're leaving behind the mind, Jupiter and Gemini, right, of this expansion of the mind. We can no longer put the words to describe exactly how we feel. I think that's what we're really trying to find as Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde in Cancer. So I think we're all trying to understand what to say or even how to think about how we feel. I think that there's a clarity opening up to really start to understand our feelings, to understand where we want to root our life, and to come into our truth. This is a lot like riding the waves, but in a boat. I've used surfing before and catching the wave in the tube, but this is also like when you're in a boat, and I don't know if you've ever driven a boat, but when you're doing like 40 knots, you know, and the waves are rolling and the rollers are coming, you gotta intuitively feel, even though it looks like that wave's coming one way, if you feel it right, you can rub the ship in the right way and take it on the right direction, in the right course without bumping everybody and, you know, making everybody vomit and having a horrible trip, you know? And I think that our souls are learning right now to pay attention to the signs everywhere. The signs are back again, folks. With Neptune here connecting to the sun, and with Saturn connecting to Neptune and the sun. I mean, this is like powerful, really, you know, hypnotic, like spiritual powers coming into your life of your soul, and God coming in to give you the right direction and to feel the waves right. Making sure that our minds, you know, are not getting in the way of things, right? Especially as this is the last day of Jupiter in Gemini. I mean, this is a final test. This is a final degree, a final moment, and a new change of a new adventure. And this is also right before Mercury is about to come retrograde in Cancer, and the moon, how perfect. The moon in Capricorn today opposes Mercury that's about to go retrograde, and it also is going to oppose Venus. And we're going to get ready for the moon to come into Aquarius later, which is an awesome place to go. But it is Monday, that is us grounding in these new feelings we must follow by, in this new ship ride we must take. I always look at, Capricorn is a very powerful sign. It is us wanting to achieve more. It is wanting us to captain our ships in the right direction, make the right decisions, take our rooted emotions and do something with it and go someplace with it. And I think today the moon, as it opposes right before Mercury goes retrograde, emotionally checks of where we do want to strive higher in our relationships, in our attitudes, in our minds, in our value systems, about us really going down deep inside and starting to feel what it is that we want to achieve higher. And it's going to take us really starting to pay attention to how we feel about where we should root our life, what we should be in our truth, where we should go. We are 6 months exactly from where December 21st, 2012 was. We're actually a couple days after, but this is exciting times. This is the universe really kickstarting into gear, and the kickstart is really going to be high energy here in July, as the planets are going to do some really rare configurations. I mean, if you look up the chart of July 29th, I mean, you'll see. I think I'm going to have to, and you know what, I'm doing a webinar this week, which I'm going to show a lot of this and go very deep into this. But we are at the readiness, the starting gate. The universe is about to start this really nice starting gate where the door is wide open and there's not too many complications. The only complications I see right now in your life is if you're still embedded in the old way, if you still haven't left behind those old patterns of the old rules you live by, the old system, you know, you're still in that relationship, you're still in that job, you're still in those things that you know you're supposed to change. You know you need to have courage to step forward and do something about them, and you haven't yet. This is actually really trying to highlight that that is the only problem in your life. Really. That you're still too caught up in one way, a physical sort of way, especially South Node in Taurus. You know, you're hoarding certain things, homes, money, cars, things you can't let go of, contracts, need to be real. You know, you gotta be in your truth, real relationships, real energy. If you don't make enough money and you're in this position and you can't pay for that car, you can't pay for that house, you don't have anything in your life, it's time to let go of things. That you're supposed to fly now. This is the kite forming again. And I think especially, and it's so perfect, I love how the universe does this, because the sun will be opposing Pluto here in a week from now. That'll be also right around when people have their rent due, and you know, and I guarantee people are gonna have some hard lessons next month or next week if they're really not letting go, if they're really not stepping into the new forward system. And people are gonna be very revealed of this energy. This is gonna be huge changes. This next, ooh, I gotta put my hands over my mouth, because you know, as an astrologer, I see the change, and we're gonna come into it. And it's very exciting, it's very powerful. And you know what? The challenge is gonna be making sure you still have courage, that you still are reinventing who you are, that the change isn't coming to just be the end-all be-all here and have you sit on a hammock. I think there's a lot of us wanting to just go sit on a hammock. And I think this summer, and what the webinar is about this week, is how this hammock is gonna be what holds you back from reaching your highest potential. That you're gonna have to balance out the hammock with the laptop and working if you're gonna hammock it, you know? Like, there is this also switch now to a lot of the past feelings coming up and bubbling up to make sure that, you know, you don't have this certain belief emotionally, because I think that emotions can be kind of like a hard drive of past events, that you're not loading up these old feelings or feeling the way you currently do about the world based off the past. I think there's a lot of past that's about to be purged and brought up here. So there is so much gonna happen, and this today, relax. You know, moon's in Capricorn for you to chill out, and it opposes Mercury and Venus, to really tap into your mind, to really tap into your relationships, to really tap into your feelings, to make sure we can get this all together to find out what we want to create and build and seek higher with and build more with. And to make sure that we are riding the waves, that we're feeling it out, that we're not getting so complicated in our heads over things, that we're allowing, you know, the ship to feel out those rollers. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go rent a boat soon, just so I could go do this week, because it is one of the best feelings. Or I used to ride stand-up jet ski, and you're standing and you have the handle pull and you have to lean and you got to go, and the waves, and you got to pick it up, and ring! It was the most amazing experience ever. So I'm really good on the water and as a swimmer. So, you know, like flip turn, butterfly, like, you know, this is the water we are swimming in. And if you're not a good swimmer spiritually, you know, the only lifeboat is the courage to learn how to swim. Yeah. There are people that can help you, but they're gonna help you to learn how to swim. Yes, the universe has your back, you're not gonna drown, but, you know, you're here to learn to do something. You're here to really come into your truth of your soul. So we are coming into that, and remember that. It's time to learn how to swim. It's time to step forward. This is a beautiful moment of a lot of clearing, of people coming back together, families, the earth, the world about to shift into a place that's better. And governments and the people and all these things you're gonna see heightened in July, heavily. And I'm not gonna go too deep into this. I'm doing a webinar on Friday, but where it's 2 hours and I give you guys the dates, I show the charts. I mean, this thing is gonna be very powerful. So please join if you wanna go and join the webinar. It's on Friday. And if you want a one-on-one reading from me, please go to inclusiveastrology.com. I got all my readings there. And also you can check out the leoking.com for all my stuff that's going on. So hope you guys are doing wonderful, and I will see you guys tomorrow as Jupiter slips into Cancer.